loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bianca and I am a human resources consultant and a business coach and the owner of Divine Talent Connection. I am also the creator of Naked, the Biz Incubator, this amazing space that we have created here on YouTube. So today we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I want to talk about anxiety. So anxiety is something that I have battled over the years, and it has really been something that I feel like tried to cripple me. And it was something that I wasn't very educated on. Years ago, I didn't know what it was, of course, like many of us. And over the years, I've done more and more research on it, and I have finally figured out what works for me in terms of strategies and how to alleviate that anxiety and also identify it. So first, I want to get into talking about what exactly is anxiety. Now, I am not a medical or clinical professional, so I would definitely talk to your doctor, or if you have someone that's in the field, in the mental health industry, definitely talk to them, seek counseling or professional help. But I'm just sharing my experiences. And so for me, what anxiety is it's basically when your body is going into like that fight or flight mode. So it's like in panic mode, and your body is it's scared, and it's in kind of like defense mode, and it wants to protect you. And so your body in the physical sense is going to either feel very tense. Some people have said that they felt like they had butterflies or their muscles were tense. I know for me, I often feel nauseous, and it's like that tight feeling in my chest. And then I also may experience some increased heart rate. So that's how I know when I'm feeling anxious, and I'll have racing negative thoughts, and it's like they're just all coming at me really fast and they don't want to go away. So that's how I know that I'm experiencing anxiety. And oftentimes it's my mind telling me things that are just not true. So you can't always believe what your brain is telling you. Sometimes we do have those negative thoughts that are just, that's when we're scared. Sometimes it's trauma-based, and there's tons of different reasons why you may be experiencing anxiety. So the things that I have found to be helpful for me are most of the time related to breathing. And so I want to give you 3 different ways or 3 different resources that you can look into and research to see if they're going to be a good fit for you. So the reason why breathing exercises are so beneficial when you're having anxiety or experiencing anxiety is because it's going to slow your heart rate down, and it's going to relax your muscles, and it's going to lessen that tension, and then it's going to promote calmness and relaxation. So I remember this was last year. I'm part of this networking chapter for my business, which, side note, that's why I've got these little space buns today. It's late, y'all, and I'm tired, and I just went ahead and did this video for my office tonight because I've been in back-to-back meetings, but I still wanted to be consistent and push this video out. But my networking chapter that I'm the president of, our theme today was Star Wars, because it's May the 4th be with you, May 4th. So that's why I've got these little space buns. I don't know anything about Star Wars, but I thought it would be really fun to do that. And so everyone enjoyed it, and we did some creative pitches and backgrounds and costumes, and it was just a really good time. So one of the business partners that I have in that chapter, I came into the office one day. I used to have a space inside of his suite, and I was just in panic mode. I was having a really bad anxiety attack, and he was so kind, and he walked up to me and he's like, okay, let's just breathe. Let's just take a second to work through this. And it was so amazing because he had me raise my arms up, and I don't remember exactly how it went, but I know he had me raise my arms up, and he kind of talked me down from the anxiety. And then he had me do another exercise where I think we put my my hands into like a diamond, and then we fold it down and put it on my stomach and push in, and then you take a deep breath in, and then you let it go. And so we did that several times, and that, it's like it put a pause to those anxious thoughts, and it kind of, was like, snap out of it, Bianca, and focusing in on the present moment instead of, anything that I was worrying about. Because anxiety is typically you worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet. It's worrying about the future. And then depression is worrying about the past. So it's really important to be able to identify when you're having those moments and to do something that's going to focus you back into the present, so that you can be here in the present moment and relax. So that was really helpful for me. It was one of those like life-changing moments where ever since I have experienced it since then, I always remember to focus in on my breathing. And sometimes I'll try to talk myself down on it. If you saw my previous video on the inner child, healing your inner child, I'll talk myself down from it, and I'll do the breathing on top of that. So these are strategies that you can implement together. So I found those to be really helpful. Now, the 3 things that I want to advise that you look into in terms of breathing and breath work, the first one is going to be Kundalini. So I'm not super familiar with it. I'll probably learn some more about it and then do a video on that once I've actually experienced it. But those are some of the exercises that I know I've seen that people said were helpful to manage their anxiety and to work through those feelings, is Kundalini. And they have Kundalini yoga, and I believe it's just, breath work, and there's like a science to it. So definitely look into that. And then the second thing is kind of going along with the Kundalini, and the exercises that I was talking about. I want to say it's on Apple, like Apple's podcasts. You can look up Russell Brand, and he talks about these types of things, and he gives you strategies and the breath work as well. And I know he's collaborated with some people in the past, and you can check those videos out, and they're also on YouTube. So I would definitely look into that. And then the third thing that's helped me, is guided meditation. So I have never personally gotten into yoga. I definitely want to experience. I've heard amazing things about it, but I have not personally tried it. But along with yoga, I know that a lot of people talk about guided meditations. I didn't have success with just regular meditation, so I prefer guided meditations where someone is talking to you. It's a very soothing voice, and you're able to focus in on what they're saying and telling you to do, what they're directing you to do, which is usually closing your eyes and going within and, focusing on your breathing and just being, again, present in that moment. So I would definitely look into experiencing some guided meditations because they are incredible. And there are some, I know I think it was a couple years ago, I did like a 21-day journaling and guided meditation challenge on Facebook, and it was so incredible. I loved it, and I've been thinking about bringing it back into my private group. But that's definitely something that has helped me, is those guided meditations, and those are solutions that I would advise, like doing it first thing in the morning or in the evening, to be like proactive and prevent that anxiety. But when you actually have the anxiety and it's in like full effect, then that's when you want to do those breathing exercises right on the spot. So those are things that have helped me. I hope they're going to be helpful for you too. I also have done some guided meditations and affirmations. I have a bundle. So I'm going to drop the link below so that you can access that. And I may even drop the link once I have decided to bring it back to that challenge that we did, because I think it would be a lot of fun. So if you guys want to try that, let me know in the comments. Feel free to give feedback on any of these things if you've experienced them, any tips that you have. If you do the research on what I'm advising and it's helpful, please feel free to let me know. But that's all I have for you guys today. That was a quick one, but I hope it was helpful. So as always, if you did find this helpful, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss any of the amazing tips that I put out in the future. All right, you guys, have a great day. Bye.